experienced loss as a result of COVID, local Wall resident, Mr. Dan Stinger.
Thank you, Joanne, for those touching remarks, and thank you for having the memorial here. My name is Dan Stinger. It brings me a lot of comfort to see many people here today to witness the unveiling of this memorial, recognizing over 3,000 of our friends, loved ones, neighbors, colleagues, and coworkers lost to this pandemic. I want to thank Rima and Travis for inviting me to speak as well today. We have not known each other very long, which I think a lot of people here can say the same, and we've become families. Thank you. First and foremost, I want to express my humble gratitude to all the healthcare professionals, first responders, and essential workers who have done heroic work keeping all of us here safe. We have asked too much of you, and you have risen to every challenge despite the obstacles. Because of your tireless commitment to our community, we are able to gather today to commemorate and honor the over 665,000 American lives and over 4.5 million lives lost across the globe. You deserve every ounce of our appreciation and every ounce of our respect. As someone who grew up here in Wall and still resides in Monmouth County, and as a parent who watched my wife work at a hospital through her entire pregnancy through the pandemic, and as someone who has lost family to the pandemic myself, it really brings me a sense of relief and peace to see these hearts here today in their permanent home right here in our community. Everyone here in this moment shares a mutual connection that we will have forever. The bond of loss, the empathy shared by those who have visited the deepest pits of grief, the compassion of every person who contributed to making this memorial happen, and the love that all of our dearly departed have for all of us and will forever have for them. Looking out on this scene, I hope all of us gathered can share in a sense of healing. Personally, I will hold this day in my heart and remember each time I bring my daughter to this place as she gets older. She's right over there. She's 1 year old, and as tangible, I'm gonna bring her here when she gets older as a tangible lesson of the power of our community and the value and fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit. As we emerge from our collective trauma, I'm grateful that this memorial serves as an example of what can happen when our community comes together. When our community unites, not only those lost, but to value the lives of those that are still here today. What better way to honor our departed loved ones and COVID survivors than remaining diligent? I know none of the people whose names are within these hearts want anyone else here today to write any of their names on a rock as well. Members of our community, healthcare professionals, young children, immunocompromised folks rely on us to continue to follow CDC guidelines as we fight this pandemic together. We must put our thoughts and prayers into actions, because as we remember the ones we've lost today, we cannot become complacent and forget about the ones we could lose tomorrow. Thank you all for showing up today and for showing up every day for your community. And at this time, I would like to introduce Pamela Addison. Thank you.
Good evening.